Hey YouTubers, have you ever bought a tool and wondered how you ever got along without it? Well, I felt that way when I got my first Dremel tool many years ago and used it a lot and actually about wore that one out. And that one's out in the shed now. I use it to sharpen garden tools. And a couple of years back, I treated myself to a super deluxe Dremel kit with every available doodad and bit and accessory and everything. And I thought, boy, this is great. I'll never need another rotary tool. Well, then I had a particular project where the Dremel wasn't the best tool for the job. And I was walking through Home Depot one day and I saw this. It's a Ryobi PCL480 cordless rotary tool. And I had one particular project where I thought this is going to be awesome. And so I bought it for that one project, and I haven't touched my Dremel tool in the 2 years since I bought this. This is my go-to tool now. So I want to talk about it a little bit, why I like it so much, and the original project I bought it for. You'll notice here on this vent strip on the eaves, some of the holes are clogged with paint. After the painters painted our house, they put so much paint on with a roller that they had clogged up over 90% of the holes on the eaves all the way around the house. I had to use an 1/8 of an inch drill bit in the Ryobi rotary tool and drill out thousands of holes all the way around the house to make sure my attic got proper ventilation. Okay, so I had to figure out a way to open up all of those vent holes in the eaves. First thing I tried was just poking them open with an awl, but the paint was too thick in there and that really didn't open them up all the way. Well, I tried my regular cordless drill, but after drilling out just a couple of holes, my arm was tired, and having to be up on top of the ladder with this was not fun either. I've got a little bit more compact drill I tried. Next thing I went to was a Dremel set, and I tried this thing, both the tool by itself and with the extension wand here, this little guy. And of course I still had to plug it in and climb a ladder with a cord and keep moving the cord, and it was just a pain in the butt, and it was kind of only working okay. And I got discouraged after a few hours and said, well, I just got to find a better way. And one day I walked into Home Depot and saw this tool that's powered by the same battery as my other Ryobi tools and said, maybe this is going to be the solution. And let me tell you, this thing worked out great for that project, and it's my go-to rotary tool every single time since the day I bought it. And I'm looking at my manual here. I bought this in 2023, so I've had it a couple of years now. And like I said, I have not touched my other Dremel tools since the day I bought this. Comes with a few accessories, and they make a bigger version that comes with a foot pedal so you can turn it on and off. And I think they make a smaller version that also runs on the same OnePlus battery. And if you happen to have one of their tools that uses these little batteries, I think they make a rotary tool that uses these batteries now. It's about the size of this screwdriver, so that might be a good option too. But what attracted me to this in the first place was no cord to have to plug in, and the wand part is fairly light and small. Now you'll notice I've attached a piece of rope here. I'll get to that later on, but what would normally attach here is this little guy here. You slide this into the slot either on this side or on this side, and it gives you a place to clip this into when you're not using it. Well, I didn't need that, but I did need the rope, so like I say, I'll talk about that a little bit later. It'll run for a long time on just a 2 amp hour battery, which is what I use since I'm up on a ladder and I didn't want the excess weight, and I've got a plethora of these batteries, so I don't mind swapping them out pretty often. Just like the Dremel tools, it comes with a keyless chuck. But just like the Dremel tools, I find that these don't last very long. This is designed for you to just push down the lock button and turn this knob, to loosen it and tighten it and exchange your bits. And just like on the Dremel tool, it worked great at first, and then it started jamming up, and I just always switch out to the standard piece here that you use a wrench to tighten it with. These things last forever. These little guys just never last very long. It's nice they throw it in there, but it ain't all that. Bits are interchangeable between the Ryobi kit and Dremel tools. They all use the same standard size 1/8 inch shaft. This is what you get with the Ryobi kit. I actually prefer their little cutoff wheel disc, the way that they attach and remove. It's really pretty slick and very easy to swap them in and out. But everything else is pretty much standard kit like you'd find on a Dremel kit. They give you a good assortment here. This little polishing paste and some polishing wheels, various shaped grinding wheels, a handful of sanding drums. We've got a couple little, there's a core for the smaller drum, and a few bits here. What I used for this project was the little drill bit it comes with. And there's other bits that come in here too. It's a pretty good value. I think it's normally sells for like $119, and I caught it on sale, and I paid less. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was less than $119. And it has just really been handy. Like I say, when I need to drill something or use a tool like this, this is the one I reach for every single time. It's just awesome. Takes a standard 1+ battery. It does have lugs here on the back. If you want to mount this on the wall, like over your workbench, like this, you can. You've got your on-off switch and your speed switch here. So runs from 5,000 up to 35,000 RPM. It's quieter than the Dremel. And the shaft works extremely well. There's no vibration in this, and it will run for hours without any issues. Just keep popping fresh batteries in it. Like I say, it also has tool storage here. If you use it on your bench like this, you can stick your tools in those holes and keep them handy. Just really well designed, well thought out, and I think a better value than Dremel. I think Dremel was really innovative in its time. I think that they definitely created a whole new tool and a whole new market, but I think that they've kind of gotten themselves a little overpriced, and they haven't done much innovation in a long time. They both use the same wrench even, so I mean this is as close a knockoff of a Dremel as you could find, and I think it's better. So earlier I had mentioned this paracord that I had added. All I did was take a length of cord, tie a knot in it, and stuff the knot in this little groove here, and did the same thing on the other side. And I did that for a reason. Remember, my project was to drill out thousands of holes that were filled with paint in my eaves of the house. And so I had to get up on a ladder, sometimes in some very awkward positions to get around the shrubbery and what have you, and I certainly didn't want to hold this in one hand and do this in the other. So the reason I put that piece of rope on there is I can slip this over my arm like that. That's right there under my arm. Just turn it on. And now I can reach up and drill the holes, and I can do this until it's time to move the ladder. Switch it off, move the ladder to another position, get up on the ladder, cut it back on, drill my holes. And I left it on there because it comes in handy. It doesn't matter what it is I'm working on, it's right here. I don't have to worry, maybe I'm working on something this high. Well, I'd either have to get a chair or a stool or something to sit this on, because you don't want to have it dangling. Well, instead I just put it over my shoulder. Doesn't matter where I go, it's right there handy. I don't know why they don't include this as an accessory. So for maybe a nickel's worth of cord here, you can add some versatility to this tool that that the manufacturer didn't think of. So I really recommend you pick up one of these things. Trust me, you'll find uses for it that you didn't think about before. It'll be a great companion, especially once you strap it on and you can go anywhere you need to and do work. So like I said, I'm just really impressed with this. It's one of those things that I purchased and wondered if I'd get use out of it. Now I wonder how I got along without it. So anyhow, I hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe if you did. Thanks.